Hey folks, welcome to Puzzle Spoilers. Today we're taking a look at the Rubik's clock puzzle. This puzzle was released originally in 1988. If you have an original from 1988, it might be a little difficult to turn and solve, so I'd recommend buying one of these newer versions. They're exactly the same, they just have some improved functionality and turn very smoothly. The goal of this puzzle is simply to get all of the clock faces pointing in the same direction. The puzzle consists of 4 gears, one in each corner. The gears turn clockwise and counterclockwise. You can turn them either way when I tell you to turn a gear. There's also 4 buttons. They each have an up position and a down position. There's a center clock face. There are 4 edge clock faces and 4 corner clock faces. There is a front side and a back side. They solve exactly the same. So think of this as just 2 of the same puzzles in one. You do want to solve the front and back to fully solve this puzzle. If your puzzle is solved already, go ahead and scramble it by pushing some random buttons and random gears. There's one basic rule to always keep in mind when solving this puzzle. If there's a button in the down position, do not turn the corresponding gear in that corner. Remember, this puzzle is solved when all of the clocks are pointing the same direction. For this solve, we're going to consider the solve position the 12 o'clock up position. First step, let's make sure all of the buttons are in the up position. Let's solve this center clock face by turning any gear. That center clock face is now solved. We will now solve each of the edge clock faces one at a time to form our cross. This top edge clock face happens to be solved, so let's go on to this one. We solve edge clock faces by pushing down the 2 buttons that are nearest to it, and then turning a gear on one of the corresponding up button sides. By pushing down those 2 buttons, we disengaged this clock face, and we're going to now move the center clock face to match that edge face. We just had to move it once there, and now this face and that face are now solved. We can now reset, push all the buttons up, go to the 12 o'clock position, and now these 3 faces are now solved. We use the same strategy to solve the remaining 2 edge faces. There we go, our cross is solved, and we'll now move on to the corner pieces. The same principle applies for the corner pieces, but in this case we just need to push down 1 button at a time to the corresponding corner that we're trying to solve, and then move the gears in one of these 3 spots that correspond to the buttons that are up. Remember, we don't want to touch this gear that corresponds to this down button. So we've matched all of our solved cross pieces with that corner piece. We'll reset, all buttons up, go back to 12, and now we have solved that corner piece, and we still have our original cross intact. We're going to solve the rest of the corner pieces in the same fashion. There we go, we've solved 1/2 of our Rubik's clock puzzle. Now let's flip it over. Let's push all the buttons up, and we're going to solve this in exactly the same way as the other side. I'll do that real quick. All right, we've solved the reverse light blue side. Let's flip over to the dark blue, and that is still solved. Now we've fully solved the Rubik's clock puzzle. I'll put a link below to where you can buy this puzzle. If you found the video interesting, please consider liking and subscribing. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. That's it for today, folks. I'll see you on the next video.